As we grow up in life, we develop dreams and ambitions as to what we want to do when we're older. Dreams and ambitions are easy to think of, however, are much harder to put into practice. Things such as family and tradition can restrict you from achieving your dream. Take, for instance, me, a New Zealand-born kid coming from a European family and background. I'm expected to either excel in sport or become a genius. Either or, not half and half. This makes it difficult for me to chase my dreams when I have my parents' traditional ways contrasting me. It's almost as if I'm a glass of water. I'm either filled right to the very top or empty. I can't be full. However, there will always be a possibility for a hole to be made in the bottom, to drain out a bit of water and become what I want it to be, and let my parents' expectation and tradition drain out. The expression, is the glass half full or half empty, is used to show two different people's perspectives of the world or of life. Take, for instance, half full being my parents' view of what I should be. They know what they want me to become. And I, half empty. These are two completely opposite perspectives. I know what I would like to become, and my parents know what they want me to become. This expression shows us how a parent's expectation can restrict us from becoming what we want to be, and restrict us from chasing our dreams. The Asian continent is also very traditional, and nearly all of their people end up living the same lifestyle. The parents of people like us make them do well in school and have a perfect education. To the kids of these parents, it is difficult for them to chase their dreams when they are constantly being told what to do with their life. I know that each and every one of you here has different dreams that don't match that of your family or tradition. I know that your parents have attempted to put you in the direction of where they want you to go. The novel Bully Basher and the film Bend It Like Beckham show us that achieving our dream is not an easy task when family, friends, and tradition restrict us. Dreams are things we aspire to. They help guide us towards living a happy life. In Bully Basher, Simeon, the main character, wants to live the Pakeha way. That involves achieving school and finding a job. However, Bully Basher, Simeon's grandfather, has other ideas. Bully Basher expects Simeon to live a life like all his Maori family and sons have lived. This involves dropping out of school at 15 and joining one of 4 family sharing gangs. Bully Basher believes everyone should live life based on their physical strength, whereas Simeon believes in mind power and hopes to become a bright kid. In contrast to Bully Basher, the main character Jess in Bend It Like Beckham, an Indian girl living in England with her family, wants to play football professionally. To achieve this, she must first start somewhere. However, when her mother finds out she's been playing behind her back, she tells her to quit. This is because her mother expects Jess to live a traditional Indian life that includes cooking and going to college. The two pieces contrast each other, because Simeon wants to become an intellectual person, but is challenged by his grandfather's expectation to live a traditional, sporty, physical Maori life. And Jess wants to play football and be sporty, but is challenged by her mother's expectation to go to college and live a traditional Indian life. In Bully Basher, the scene in which Simeon wins second in his class at prize giving illustrates to us that Simeon's success towards his ambition is overcome by Bully Basher. Witi Ihiamera says, when a Maori got a prize, their parents didn't know what to do, so they stood up and clapped, as the Pakeha did. This quote showed us that Simeon's Maori family are unsure of how to act when they receive a prize, that to be won needed intelligence. Do they cheer and scream, "Yeah, Simeon, you the bomb"? Bully Basher, disgusted by this achievement, does not turn up to the prize giving. The quote, "There were no male Maoris, especially not Bully Basher," supports this. What Ihiamera means by this is that Bully Basher feels embarrassed by Simeon's educational achievement, as he is known for his family's physical achievements. For Simeon, being such a young age, he will tend to wonder if him getting second in his class is the right thing, since Bully Basher is not there to congratulate him. What do you think? Would you be proud of your grandson if he got second in his class? The text Bully Basher demonstrates to us how we must overcome tradition, family, and expectations to chase our dream. In contrast to Simeon wanting an education, Jess wants to play football. She plays with her guy friends in the park and gets noticed by a player of the local girls' soccer team. Jess then makes the team and is ever so quiet about it to her parents. Throughout the film, her mother starts to realize she is playing football and says, "What family? We want a daughter-in-law who can run around kicking football all day but can't make round chapatis. This quote tells us that Jess's mother is clearly unhappy with her daughter playing football and not being able to make the traditional Indian food properly. The quote, "Anyone can cook ola gobi, but who can bend a ball like Beckham?" and "Indian girls are not supposed to play football." These quotes showed us that Jess's mother's expectations are clearly restricting Jess from playing football, which is her dream. When Jess's mother says Indian girls aren't supposed to play football, it shows us the traditional side that restricts us from achieving our dreams. The only reason Jess's mother is not letting her play football is because Jess is coming from an Indian background, where girls playing football is highly uncommon. Bend It Like Beckham was a film made in 2002, and due to it being so close to today's society, it shows us that people's dreams are still yet to be captured. The film illustrates to us how we must overcome our parents' tradition and expectation to live a life that we want to live. To conclude, no matter who we are or where we come from, we will always have our parents' tradition and expectation restricting us from what we want to become. Our dreams are things we want to do in later life, and things that make us happy. Dreams are priceless, however they are much harder to accomplish when we have expectation and tradition restricting us. Our parents will always try guiding us in the right direction. It is up to us whether we follow this path and become what our parents want us to be, or become what we want to be and take our place in the world. One of the most memorable quotes from Bend It Like Beckham is when Jess's football coach says, "Your parents don't always know what's best for you." In today's society, we don't see my typical family tradition of either becoming Einstein or Cristiano Ronaldo. We see us in a balance with each, half intelligence and half physical power. This is what I believe is right. For your glass of water to be half full of intelligence and half empty with physical strength. Every one of us has a different volume of water in our glass. They each represent different tones. It is up to you to hit the right note. Your life is your glass of water. It is up to you whether you overcome your parents' expectation and tradition and make that hole in the bottom of your glass and let their way of restricting you drain out. Take your place in the world. Take your place in the world.